I want to talk about lexical semantics and its three main concepts. Generally speaking, lexical semantics is a study that is concerning the word's meaning and the relationship among words. So its three main concepts are conceptual and connotative meaning, semantic properties, analytic contradiction, and situational sentences. First of all, let's look at the first concept, conceptual and connotative, or you can also call it associative meaning. So first of all, how do we define conceptual meaning and connotative meaning? So the conceptual meaning is those basic essential components of meaning that are conveyed by the literal use of a word. And to put it simply, it is the meaning of it is the original or source meaning of a word that is created for. It's quite straightforward, and I think most of us, if not all of us, started to learn lexical words from the very beginning of our schooling. Things like, this is your dad, she's your mom, that is a ball, right? The basic and fundamental meaning of the dictionary-based words that we learn from the very beginning. And it's pretty straightforward. And regarding to this, there's not much to talk about it. So I'll mainly focus on the connotative meaning. So connotative meaning is the emotional or cultural associations connected to a word beyond its literal or dictionary definition. So what does it mean? It basically means a meaning of a word can be derived or extended from its original or source meaning. We can look at the word snake. The word snake can be connotated to the sense of evil, treachery, or danger. So let's look at it into more details. Here I want you to only look at the first three pairs of words. And there are two key points I want to focus on. The first point is that on the meaning of the left side words of the three pairs are indicated meaning of the right side words of the three pairs, or simply put it, they have the same meaning, or they are synonyms, or they are indicating the same object, right? And the second key point I want to focus on is that those three words on the right side of the pair are connotated from their original meaning. So let's look at the word whore, right? So it's indicating the prostitute. But the word whore is connotated from its source meaning. The source meaning is a person who is willing to do anything to get a particular thing. So it's sort of relatable, right, from its source meaning. It's the extension of immoral behavior or immoral intent. Same as the second word, mom. Mom means has its another meaning as mother, but mom is also a connotated meaning from its original meaning. So the original meaning means to make a sound with closed lips and keep silent. So it's related to the old time family that women should be submissive and live in a patriarchal society, right? So there's relatable meanings. Third word cock. In here, the meaning is the fowl, right? Rooster. The bird rooster, right? And it is rooster means a male bird, right? So it is connotated from its source meaning, that is a man's penis. So they both have some relatable sense, right? Manlyhood regarding its meaning as rooster of the word cock, right? So right now let's look at the last pair, bachelor and spinster. I put this pair here at the in the end is trying to evoke some questions in your mind. First question would be, do they mean the same? The second question would be, do they have something in common? So those evoked questions can be the pre-step for our next topic or next concept, that is semantic properties. Before we start to talk about semantic properties, we have to define what is semantic properties. By definition, it is those basic elements are involved in differentiating the conceptual meaning of each word in a language from every other word. Personally, I would put it in the way that is semantic properties are those words that means have larger meaning, or you can look at it as a benchmark. It is the words that includes more specific meaning, right? As the tables showing, right? Those words like female, human, motion, count, those words are having larger meanings. Whereas about semantic features, they are more or less, or not more or less, they are referring to the common background of a group of words, right? By definition, it is a formal or notational device that indicates the presence or absence of semantic properties by pluses or minuses. So, group of words like tigress, hen, ant, you, male, woman, doctor, bachelor, aunt, man, woman, and so on, right? So, but what are those what is the relationship between semantic property and semantic features? Let's dive into it. So we need to know that semantic features are used to analyze and understand how words are related and distinguished to each other. On those two tables, we can see that. Let's look at the first table. Human, male, and adult. Those three words are looked as semantic properties. And on the left column, man, woman, boy, girl, and child, those words can be assigned as semantic properties in I digress. Those words can be assigned as semantic features in the semantic properties. What do I mean by that? Let's look at the word man, right? I have to be careful about how I'm managing my words to interpret this concept. So let's look at the word man. We can assign the word man as semantic features to the word human as semantic properties. Do I make it clear a little bit? So, man, here we can assign the word man as semantic features to the word human of semantic properties. So man is belong human, right? And we can also assign the word man as semantic features to the word male as semantic properties. So man is also a male. Third one, we can assign the word man as semantic features to the word adult as semantic properties. Second word woman. We can assign the word woman as semantic features to the word human as semantic properties. So woman, it is a human. We can assign the word woman. We cannot assign the word woman as to the word male as semantic properties. Woman is not a male, right? But we can assign the word woman as semantic features to the word adult as semantic properties. Same thing as the word, we can assign the word boy as semantic features to the word human as semantic properties. Assign the word boy as semantic features to the word male as semantic properties, but not assign the word boy as semantic feature to the word adult as semantic property, because boy is not an adult, like a girl and child, right? Subsequently, so let's look at the second table. Here, the word equine should be regarded as semantic property, whereas those words starting mare, foal, colt, filly as semantic feature words. Let's look at them one by one. So, the word starting as semantic features. It's a male. It's also an adult male of a horse, right? It is belong to the equine group, right? Mare, it is a female horse. It has semantic feature of adult, but it doesn't have this semantic feature of male. But male is as semantic feature belongs to the equine family as equine group as semantic properties. The word foal works the same way. It's a baby horse. Can be male horse or female horse. So that means can have the male semantic feature or female semantic feature, but it doesn't have the adult semantic feature. But definitely, obviously, it belongs to the equine group of semantic property, right? The word colt as a young male horse. It has the male semantic property, but it doesn't have the adult semantic male semantic feature, but it doesn't have the adult semantic feature. But it still belongs to the equine group of semantic properties. Filly as a young female horse, it doesn't have the semantic feature of male and the semantic feature of adult, but it still belongs to the equine group of semantic properties. Right. Let's look at those last two examples. Let's look at the table, and the words like chair, stool, bench, and proof, they are the semantic feature words. Whereas on the first column, with a bag with legs designed for one person, they are semantic properties. They are the semantic property words, to put it precisely. The same way of mechanism we worked out before. So chair, the word chair as semantic features belongs to the phrase with a bag as semantic properties, right? But stool, the word stool as semantic features doesn't belong the phrase with a bag as semantic properties, right? Same thing as the bench. However, bench, the word bench as semantic features can or cannot, could or could not belong to the phrase with a bag as semantic properties. The word proof as semantic features doesn't belong the phrase with a bag as semantic properties, right? And chair, the same thing. The word chair as semantic features belongs to the phrase with the legs as semantic properties, right? Same thing as stool, bench, and rest. You can work it out yourself. Right, the last one is interesting. Compare the last example and the example table above it. Instead of comparing each individual semantic feature word, here we have two different groups of words. And instead of matching each individual semantic feature word to their belonged semantic properties, here we are trying to figure out what their semantic properties are from for those two different groups of words. And other than that, we can also single out those two different groups of words as one individual group. And instead of matching their semantic properties, we'll try to figure out their semantic properties. So A group of words and B group of words are, as semantic features, are belonging to the human as a semantic property. And the A group of words can also be singled out as an individual entity. Right? We can also look at only a group of words as semantic features belong to the female as semantic property. We also can single out a big group of words as semantic features to that is belonging to the male of semantic properties. Let's look at analytic, contradiction, and situational sentences. Firstly, let's have a look at how we define them. Analytic sentence is true by virtue of meaning alone, and situational sentence is true in the world as we know it. Or we can put it in this way, that it's true according to the real life situation. Here are some example sentences, and we can look at them in pairs and make sense of our own. The first one, queens are female. We can make the sense of our own, that it is true, there's no doubt about it. The second one, queens are mothers. Well, we would have doubt in ourselves that in the real life some queens can be childless as well, right? The third one, dogs are four-legged. In real life there are some dogs that can be imputed into 3 legs, 2 legs, even no legs, right? Some dogs can even born with some genetic disease without any legs. The first one, dogs are animals. Without a doubt, it's true. The fifth one, George Washington was the first president. Well, we probably ask ourselves, there are many people who are named George Washington in real life. Can you say they are the first president? And the sixth one, George Washington is George Washington. Well, this is true, right? You just pointing the person whose name is George Washington and confirm he's George Washington. So that's true by virtue of meaning alone. About contradiction sentence, it is false due to the meaning of its words alone is contradictory. Here are some example sentences. The first one, my aunt is a man. Well, it's a clearly false sentence, right? The witches are wicked. Well, in life situation, there are also good witches. And so it's forced by situation. And the third one, my mother's my brother is an only child. This sentence is contradictory by itself. And the first one, the evening star isn't the evening star, so it's contradictory by itself. And the fifth one, the evening star isn't Venus. Could be, right? Could be. So it's conditional false. So there are two kinds of truthful statements. One follows from the definition or meaning of a word, such as kings are monarchies, is true because the word king has the semantic property monarch as part of its meaning. So the word king and the word monarch, they share some same semantic property. And sentences like kings are monarchs are said to be analytic, true by virtue of meaning alone. And the second truthful statement is the other simple happens to be true in the world as we know it. right? Like kings are rich is circumstantial, situational true. Because there can be a poor king, right? A king who's in exile. Sentences are like kings are rich are said to be situational. Situationally true, right? Let's look at some examples. So A stands for analytic, S stands for situational. So the first sentence, queens are female. It's analytic. It's true by virtue alone, right? Second sentence, queens are mothers. It's situational. Dogs are four-legged. It's situational, but dogs are quadruped. It's a analytic. Dogs are animals. It's analytic. George Washington was the first president. It's situational. And the last one, George Washington is George Washington. It's analytic. So the tautology in semantics, the term refers to the unnecessary repetition of an idea using different words, essentially saying the same thing twice. Right? It's not our focusing point, just want to mention it here. And there are also two kinds of false statements. One follows from definition or meaning of a word, right? Such as kings are female is false because the word king has the semantic property male as part of its meaning, whereas female means is contradictory with male. Sentence like kings are male, female is said to be contradictory, right? And the other symbol happens to be false in the world as we know it. Right? Shakespeare died in 1916 is circumstantially situationally false. A sentence like Shakespeare died in 1916 is said to be situationally false. False in the world as we know it. Examples of it here. We'll look at the letter C as contradiction and S as situational. So the sentence my aunt is a man, it's a contradiction, false. And the second sentence, witches are wicked, it's a situational false, right? Can be wicked or not. The third one, my brother's an only child, it's a contradiction false. First one, the evening star isn't the evening star, it's contradiction false. The last one, the evening star isn't Venus, it's situational false. So that's it.